So today I'm going to turn this little nook inside of our kitchen into something a little prettier using contact paper. PVC contact paper should be hopefully really easy and make this more dramatic. We use our kitchen so much, we're constantly cooking. So it'd be nice to make this inlet like a little bit more beautiful, a little bit more interesting, and just kind of break up all of the white in here. This kitchen is super white, just like the rest of our house. So yeah, I'm thinking some kind of like tile theme is gonna look really nice. It almost has like a Mediterranean, Grecian sort of flair to it. And I also have some leftover blue and orange paint that I might use in here as well from other projects. If you've been following me on Instagram, then you know that I am obsessed with contact paper and I am now an expert. I've covered multiple pieces of furniture, closet doors, different things around the apartment because contact paper is great for renters. It can be easily taken off if your landlord hates the way that it looks. And it's really inexpensive. Contact paper, you can find it on a lot of different places online. I've just been buying mine off of Amazon, and it's super versatile. Contact paper can go on a bunch of different surfaces. You can do countertops, you can do cabinet doors, all sorts of different things. I also love contact paper because you don't really need a lot of supplies. They come with a pre-adhesive backing, so you can just peel it off and stick it right on. So you'll just need scissors to cut it, or an X-Acto knife for like tighter corners and stuff here. And then you can buy a special spatula to push it down, but I find that just a heavy credit card works perfectly fine, and everyone has that. So it's really easy and you can just kind of use it to push it down. So let's get started on this project. I'm gonna start just by cleaning everything with like a super strong cleaner that's gonna break down any of like grease particles or anything that's in here. This is especially important for kitchens where there is a lot more kind of oil particulates and just like grime around. So make sure you give everything a nice good clean because that'll make the contact paper adhere much better. Because this contact paper has a really easy to cut kind of tile pattern, they're all the same size squares, it was super easy for me to measure each of my pieces. I didn't start by cutting out every piece that I was going to use in this little kitchen nook, but I cut as I went along. I would do one big strip or one big section, and then I would measure out the next section. As I stick the contact paper on, that's when I slowly peel off kind of the sticker cover from the back. I don't do it all at once, I do it as I'm going. So I'll kind of pull the sheet, push down the contact paper, pull the sheet, push down the contact paper, until I've gotten all the way to the bottom of whatever strip I'm putting on, and then I take off the full sticker. This helps to prevent it from sticking to itself, making large bubbles in it, and I just overall think it's easier to work with. I made sure that I got like a PVC waterproof contact paper for the kitchen because you definitely don't want any like mold, mildew. You want it easy to clean, and this one is looking so nice. This is good. I'm excited to put this in this whole little nook here. These aren't the same size. These sides aren't the same size. Oh, I already cut this piece for this size, but it's not right. Look at that, there's a gap. Okay, what to do? So I cut the new piece for this side, and unlike the other side from going down like that, I'm gonna do this one crossways. And this will be all one piece, which I think will be better. Then the patterns will look better. And the corners and bottoms of this little kitchen nook were a little bit tricky, especially for the pieces where it was bigger. To make it a little bit easier, I would typically cut a diagonal slit in the corner of the contact paper in order to make it fit into the corner a little more seamlessly. I also made sure to get a nice smooth edge on the bottom of my contact paper using my credit card, just sliding it all the way across, and then I could go back again with an X-Acto knife. What I typically did when I ran into those kind of wall obstacles is I would measure a piece that would fit in that, I would start to put it on, and then I would trim off whatever part I didn't need with the X-Acto knife. So you can see this one's like just not quite as wide as the ones that are already on here. So like that's all the way to the edge, and then this one still has a gap. I don't know how that happened. Cutting a tiny edge off of these other ones here. Use
that, and that's what we'll use to close this little gap where the pieces aren't meeting quite right. And then for working around corners and edges, I just made sure to use my X-Acto knife and try to get the fit as best as I could. You can't necessarily tell in this video or even in the kitchen nook itself, but not every seam is going to be perfect. It's not all going to fit around those smooth edges exactly, so just do the best that you can to kind of get the shape right and smooth as much as possible. This project overall probably took me about like 2.5 hours to complete from start to finish. It's very straightforward and it makes a massive impact in my kitchen. But the best part, this contact paper roll cost $8.99. That means I redid this entire breakfast nook on one roll of PVC contact paper for less than $9. Are you guys ready to see this reveal? Welcome to my brand new tiled kitchen nook. I'm so happy with the way this looks. I can't wait to feature this breakfast nook in more of my vegan cooking tutorials and other content online. So stay tuned. You're definitely going to be seeing this cute little kitchen nook in many of my videos to come. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever worked with contact paper, have you ever had any issues with it, and how are you going to plan to use these tips in your own kitchen?